Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault once again. Today I'm reviewing the TVS Apache RTR 180 ABS. Now I can already hear you guys screaming, what about the RTR 204V? Well, the good news is it should be landing up here in Hyderabad soon and I'll try my best to get the review done ASAP. Now today we have a very impressive motorcycle that we're looking at, a bike that unleashes monster mayhem on the streets at the ring of the throttle, a proper rev happy bike. In fact, I would also like to say that the RTR series is among the few bikes in the affordable range that offers screaming performance with its incredible power to weight ratio, superb flickability with its shorter wheelbase, and amazing acceleration with the shorter gear ratios. If you prefer to have a bike with Duke like character in the affordable range, then RTR 180 is the bike for you. If performance is all that you think about, nothing comes close to the RTR series in and around its price range. The 200NS was a great bike too, but currently it has been discontinued. This particular bike, the RTR 180 ABS, was a huge leap for the Indian motorcycling scene, wherein we saw an Indian manufacturer taking the initiative of offering two-channel ABS for the first time ever in Indian biking history. TVS were also the first to introduce roto-pedal discs in our market. For those who aren't aware, RTR stands for Racing Throttle Response. TVS's love affair with racing began as early as 1984 with their 50cc mopeds reaching unbelievable speeds of around 105 km per hour. Over the years, TVS has not only evolved in the racing scene, but they have also constantly encouraged young talent who wanted to get into the racing culture here in our nation. Being a former RTR 160 owner, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that no other bike comes close to matching the raw power and sheer ferocity that comes as standard with the RTR twins. Now in this video I'll be covering the RTR 180 as well as the RTR 180 ABS. Apart from the addition of dual channel ABS on the ABS model, both the bikes are absolutely identical in terms of all the specs. Now let's get started by looking at the design. This is the design upgrade the bike got in 2012. People had mixed reviews and opinions about it, but I believe this is a design that takes time to grow on you. But again, looks are always subjective, as people say, and it all boils down to personal preference. Now I love the LED DRLs on this bike. I believe TVS was the first to introduce DRLs or daytime running lamps to the mass motorcycle segment. Turned on ignition, the DRLs enhance your visibility to oncoming traffic in foggy conditions. The design inspiration for this bike comes from a muscular beast with a sleeker and streamlined body to lend the bike amazing agility. The headlamp housing and the blackened front visor do look attractive and striking. The front forks painted in gold add in a premium feel. Coming to the profile, the huge tank scoops catch your attention first. Their large size serves the purpose of reducing the engine heat by nearly 10 degrees. The quality of paint job is very impressive, especially in this matte blue color. The graphics are sensibly laid out to complement the overall design of the bike. The engine cowl looks sharp and edgy, underscoring its aggressive character. The carbon fiber cues on the side panels and the instrument cluster add all the sportiness to its visual appeal. The tail section is again sleeker and sharper. I believe that aids in enhancing the bike's aerodynamics. The exhaust, however, remains the same because people still love to hear the throaty exhaust sound of the RTR twins. The tail lamp cluster sports the signature twin LED lights that is a trademark design element of the RTR series. The split grab bars look good and also serve the purpose. The RTR 180 is among the very few performance bikes in our market that offers a nice and comfortable seat with adequate room for the rider as well as the pillion. We get all the regular switches like the engine kill switch as well as the high beam flasher. With this being the ABS model, we also get a conveniently placed ABS on-off switch. The ABS is on by default, wherein the ABS light keeps blinking, but we can long press on the ABS button to switch it off. The ABS light stops blinking and is stable when it is turned off. I believe you need to come to a standstill if you want to turn on or turn off ABS. You cannot do it on the run. The instrument cluster is well lit up and we get an analog tachometer, while the digital display contains the speedometer, odometer, trip meter, fuel gauge, 0 to 60 timer, top speed recorder and a clock. Now talking about the engine specs, powering the RTR 180 is a 4-stroke single-cylinder air-cooled 177.4cc engine that puts out a max power of 17.03 bhp at 8,500 rpm and 15.5 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 rpm. This comes mated to a 5-speed gearbox. Taking it out for a spin, I was reminded of my RTR 160. The aggressive character of the bike, coupled with the brute force of a monster lurking underneath, is clearly evident as you start shifting up the gears and start revving it up into higher RPMs. The seating is slightly forward biased such that you can lean into the corners more easily. This particular bike had some vibrations lower down the RPM range, and I was a bit surprised because I haven't felt any vibrations on other RTR 180 bikes I have ridden so far. I took out a brand new bike, so maybe the PDI wasn't done properly. I would still give it the benefit of the doubt. Now, these vibrations do clear up as you start picking up speed. The gear shifts are smooth, the clutch is not too hard nor too light, the throttle response is phenomenal and nice and crisp. The exhaust sound adds in the perfect background score as you begin to unleash the beast within you. Talking about the brakes, we get a 270mm roto pedal disc up front and a 200mm roto pedal disc at the back. The brakes are absolutely brilliant. When compared to regular discs, the pedal discs provide for precise control as well as better heat dissipation. Now add to this the safety net of dual channel ABS. Now for those who aren't aware, ABS stands for anti-lock braking system, which prevents the wheel from locking up in case of panic braking scenarios while riding on different road conditions. ABS is a life-saving feature in my opinion. The RTR 180 gets dual channel ABS, which means ABS is operational on the front wheel as well as the rear wheel, and it also comes with RLP, which stands for rear wheel lift-off protection. Now, as the name suggests, it prevents you from pulling off an involuntary stoppie when you end up grabbing a handful of the front brake under panic braking scenarios. Now, I just want to demonstrate to you how effective the ABS with RLP feature truly is. Here you see me doing speeds of around 50 kilometers per hour and I hit the brake hard. As you can see, the wheel locks up clearly. Now, had I been doing greater speeds, the bike would have ended up skidding, resulting in a serious crash. Now, with the ABS on, I go up to similar speeds of around 50 kilometers per hour and I apply both the front and the rear brakes together. You can see that the bike comes to a standstill without skidding. This is what makes a huge difference under panic braking scenarios where we end up braking harshly and the likelihood of us crashing without ABS on board is way too high. Now coming to the suspension, we get telescopic forks up front and MIG or monotube inverted gas-filled shock absorbers at the rear. The suspension is on the stiffer side to offer superb handling and incredible track performance. Ground clearance is 165mm, which I guess is decent enough. Seat height is 790mm, I guess, and I believe that's okay for shorter riders as well. Fuel tank capacity is 16 liters, which I believe is very good. Mileage wise, I believe we can expect around 40 kmpl because my RTR 160 itself was giving me around 45 kmpl. Now these bikes are meant to offer uber fun and optimum performance, so mileage here takes a back seat, I guess, and you shouldn't mind that either. Now price ex-showroom Hyderabad is around 80,000 rupees for the regular standard RTR 180, and I believe you need to pay around 8,000 rupees more for the ABS variant, which makes it a very fair deal. The RTR 180 ABS is the most affordable bike in our market currently to feature 2-channel ABS with RLP. Well, that's pretty much it. Let's hope that the RTR 200 shows up soon here so that I can review it for you. So until next time, this is Dino saying ciao, take care, God bless, and ride safe.